Things are changing for Danny's World. And I don't just mean in the sense there's new stuff coming out, which there is. Things you haven't even heard of yet. There's some art changes. Danny's World actually just started testing new features, and the keychain plushies are being shipped out. Things are going really good, besides for the things that aren't. And I came to this conclusion from one of the weirdest sources ever. Steal a brain rot. And I know what you're thinking. It's not the core mechanics of Steel Brain Rot themselves, albeit I definitely have my own personal issues. It's all of the clones. If I go to the charts and I look at all the top up-and-coming games right now, you see Steel Gubby, Steel a Deadly Rail, Steel Fruits, Steel Lubabu. If I just search Steel a Brain Rot Modded, Steel a Car, Steel a Baddie, Steel a YouTuber, Steel a Modded. If you guys see what I'm saying, there are probably tens of hundreds of actually well-made clones. Well, well-made loosely. The thing is with Dandy's World was so unique in its own regard that it simply could not have been, for lack of a better word, cheapishly ripped off. Like, don't get me wrong, you have Dandy's World Modded, Dandy's World RP, Dandy's World Customs, games like that, but those games just steal the assets and then do whatever they want to them. There was never actually a strong competitor to Dandy's World. The greatest start was a game called Hugo's Asylum, which in my opinion was fun, definitely a little buggy, but really fun. The next game after that, Crazy Skidlets, also made a pretty good run for the money, but also unfortunately died out relatively fast. So what's the point I'm trying to make here? Well, the times have caught up with Danny's World. It's been out for it's been out for a year. So dedicated teams have finally been able to come up with games that actually compete with it. For example, I played this game, Anchored, which actually has one of the most fun takes on Dandy's World that I've seen in a while, being interesting in the sense that, what I love about it is there's new machine types. Like, I feel like it doesn't get boring as fast. It's a lot more cooperative. I mean, you guys just saw those guys dancing on freaking platforms. It's a fun game. And the other counterpart that somehow came out practically the same day, Dollys Factory, which I made a full video on this yesterday. I freaking loved Dollys Factory. Dollys Factory was so much fun. And this game was unique in the sense that instead of elevator cards, you had like a gambling wheel. The game had guns where you could stun twisteds, cooperative machines. These games just have so much different raw elements that the clones weren't able to do before. And so now I'm coming back to the part where I'm going to explain why I think this matters. Over the course of the last 14 days, yesterday, June 24th, was the lowest Dandy's World visits I've seen on a given day in months. And the reason I bring that up is that suspiciously when Anchored had its most amount of players. Also, not so suspiciously, Dollys Factory had its most amount of visitors. If you guys see what I'm getting at, the times have caught up with Dandy's World. There is actually solid competitors out now that is rightfully taking players from Dandy's World. The timing of it doesn't really make sense though, as it's apparent to me that games like Steel Brain Rot and Grow Garden are more up players' alleys at the moment. But hey, what do I know? I'm just a Dandy's World guy. Regardless, that was my little spiel. I'll show you the new stuff now. I'm going to start off by showing the canon behind the scenes. So Quell said, I feel as I've improved my art greatly over the year of the game's release. Decided I'd redo some of the OG posters. Hope you all enjoy the new more than the old. So I'm going to put my face over Astro before you incite it. So the old one, I mean, it still looks good. Like if someone turned this homework into you and you were like an art teacher, you would be like, this awesome. Like, this is really good. You would give this person an A. However, the one on the right, the difference, is what probably gives someone that A+ effort. That is really good. And it goes in the fact of, like, the attention to detail regarding, like, the shadow. Look at how much sharper the shadow is. The expressions on the face are much more exuberant. Like, look at Brightney before, who kind of looks like an absolute dodo bird. Where in the next one, she actually looks like kind of coy. Dazzle's in this one. He wasn't before. There's just a lot more emotion. Also, Toodles doesn't look lost. Toodles doesn't look lost in the void in the other one. But there's one part of this poster that people noticed. So you can see in this one, Tisha has freckles. This one she doesn't. Quell realized that relatively fast. Within 10 minutes, it said, they do to point out Tisha's freckles. They will be there. And we got one other new poster. Let me cover my face again. So here's the old one. Like, the old one doesn't look bad. It looks like it's done in the way it's meant to be done. But then you see the new one, and they're like, oh, so like that's how it's supposed to look. They both look good in my opinion, but I do like the newer version. As we know, with new things, other people don't. Let's go check out what people think of the new art. Still stares into your soul. Yeah, I don't think that's avoidable. Oh my god, what did they do to Toodles? Toodles is still staring into our souls. Shake my head. At least it's arguably like less 2% creepy now. This guy's upset because all the tunes look normal. I mean, tell me if I'm wrong. Is that not the point? You wanted to keep cursed looking characters? And apparently there's an argument on whether this will get added to the game or not. He's saying unless there's another message that isn't showing the image. Quote said that this would not replace the old poster. And he said there's no other message. She said she's replacing some older posters because she got better at art since she made them. But he's like, I interpreted redo as well, quote, redrawing some old posters to show how she's gotten better at art. She never said directly they'd be replacing the old posters. But I don't really care anyways, since it's not a big deal. Yeah, it's not a big deal. But like, considering how here she says, I hope you all enjoyed the new one more than the old, it seems like it's being added. And with these new submissions, good friend of the channel, Blue Baba Booey, decided to take the ball in her own court, and she shot a 3. She made her own new to old posters, old Shelly to new Shelly. Once again, in my opinion, absolutely hammering the nail on the head. It looks great. This one actually has a solid shadow. Like, this one doesn't even have a shadow. So with that being said, good work, Blue. Also, side note, I apologize if my energy is a little bit lower. I somehow got sick. I don't know how. It's quite literally summertime. I have a cold in the summer. It's not fun, so bear with me. Here we go again, stirring the pot just like back in middle school. Cole says, I've got tons of plans for the game. Some I mentioned on stream. Just takes a good bit of work to optimize a lot of old, unoptimized code and models. I'd rather not rush out more features on an unoptimized, which is easier to break code base, and make sure things are stable before we move forward, you know. So it seems like for the last 10 months, literally, they have been trying to recode the game at its base root that they developed 2 years ago. And also out of the blue, Cole just said, just wanted to say I really appreciate y'all and appreciate the patience while we work on updates. Just want to say that because, you know, I'm appreciative and I want to share that out. Which I'm grateful for Quell. I'm grateful for Dandy's World. I'm excited to see what's to come. It has been a while though. But something that I think is really fun is we talked about a lot of new features that are coming to Dandy's World. Well, one of them is finally getting tested. And I've never seen Dandy's World test before. How fun is that? So Quell asked, hey guys, can I get some players help testing something for Dandy's World? Completely optional. Quell said how they're testing the fill player function. I need a few players and servers testing to see if it works. So that means they have it made, they have it ready. How exciting is that? Like, the things that we've been talking about as a pipe dream are actually freaking happening. It's awesome. And then a while later, Quo said, thank you all so much for testing help. I think we got the function working. Really appreciate it. So they got the feature of testing working. Let's go. We're seeing the button soon. Can't wait. And as I said, as things are going good for Dandy's World, the keychain plushies just cleared customs. And in case you are one of the people that bought it, Quo did hand sign every collector set. I had a lot more planned today for the video, but man, I don't feel good. I really am sick right now. So I kind of just want to edit this video and go to bed. So thank you guys all so much for watching. I love y'all. And I will see you guys all again soon.